Hello everybody on my YouTube channel. I'm going to make a really quick video. This is Dennis McCray from Dennis McCray on YouTube. I want to tell you a little story about stores in general dealing with this COVID-19 situation. I will say two things here, and it's not being judgment call to anyone. It's just stating a fact. Some people are overly panicked about COVID. Okay, the way I would personally describe COVID is when, back in the day when we had, these unknown conditions and very little were known about them, like the flu, different flus, different colds, and different things. People did not know how to treat it, okay? Back in the day, they would go to shamans, medicine men, medicine women, different things like that. I would call them flute doctors, but, back in the day. But, people didn't really know how to treat conditions like they do now. There wasn't as much of a science. And basically, that's where I think we are now. We're comparing a chest infection style thing, which I understand for some people it can be deadly. I don't dismiss that function. I don't dismiss that fear. But we can't live in fear of every single person. And I find that when people are making people uncomfortable in this COVID-19 situation, they're getting overly panicked and overly stressed. Well, if you do, clean up after your, customers, or clean up after your staff or whatever, and put things into place so that people are protected and such as that, you'll be okay. They're just overly panicked about people moving around, doing things, blah, 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 blah. And they're an employee of a large organization. We're talking about, places like Walmart and Kmart and large centers like that. I was at a Walmart this afternoon about 2 o'clock, and people are overly stressed. They're not following the guidelines on the floor, telling you to go in one direction. Plus, I'm not going to argue it, but I'm not going to go into the specifics of it, but honestly, having customers go in one direction, I don't think will really do anything. Because if they had COVID, or any other cold condition for that matter, it's going to travel in the dust and the air particles anyway. So, no matter what direction you're going in, it's going to be there. I don't totally get that. I think it's more, in that case, I think it's more of a psychosomatical thing, where it makes people feel better that they're going in one direction. But scientifically, I don't think it's really doing anything. From what I can gather from following what we're supposed to do when, things like that. Personally, I'm not currently working as a photographer. That's what I do. And I'm personally not working as a photographer until the attractions and until weddings and corporate events start opening, their doors, like, WPPI and things like that. When we start having, concerts again, and when we start having group events, that's kind of what I'm going to use to base it on. Um, so, and also another thing too, in this whole employee thing, managers of stores, managers and owners of stores. If you have a grocery store or you have a convenience store, make sure that when your employee sees something, when people are doing different things, that they're all being consistent and they're all complaining to the same customer. Because I've gone to 2 stores in the last month and I've passed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different employees not being consistent with the arrows on the floor in the one direction system. One, I don't think it really does anything, but if you're going to implement something like that and you feel like it's going to be safer for your customers, or you're doing what corporate tells you to do, if you're a franchisee or whatever you are, make sure your employees that are complaining to customers are doing it to everyone, not just one person. Thank you.